Good morning all, it's Lynn here from Destiny Fulfilled. I'm here with your weekly pick a card reading. It is for the period of the 9th of November through to the 15th of November 2020. Or if you come at this at a later date, it will be for the week ahead for you. My readings are timeless in that manner. The timestamps will be in the description box below, as is a lot of other information. If you wish to book a reading with me personally, then the information is available in the description box below. Anyway, I'll get to setting up my space and dealing the cards, and I'll see you at the pick a pile portion of the reading. Okay, welcome back everybody. This is the pick a card portion of the reading. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Now, if you wish to pick by the door that has been selected, or maybe the crystal, group 2 is this door and this crystal. Group 3 is this door or this crystal, and group 4 is this, oopsie daisy, this door or this crystal. If you'd like to pause the video so you can meditate on which pile you would like to choose, I will see you at the pile that you've chosen. Thank you. Four, 3, 2. Okay, pile number 1s. I'll pop your charms and oracles just to one side. Let's see what's going on this week. This is for the 9th of October through to the 15th. We have number 9, the Hermit. We have number 4 of Wands reversed. We have 4 of Cups upright. We have Fear, waxing gibbous, number 2, Moon. Let's make sure that's in shot. Then we've got Cleaning House, number 37. The waxing gibbous Fear card is number 11. And that is a master number for those that wish to have a bit more research on master numbers on Google. Then we have the 2 of Swords, and we have Strength, Blackthorn, which is number 14. Okay, lovely group number ones. What is going on with you? So the first card that we have is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit calls for us to look within to find the answers that we need. It's, you know, shining, also, it can be also shining your light from your internal light out into the world. But the feeling I'm picking up on more than that is this need for you to go within and to dig deep down within yourself to determine what is at play for you this week. Then we have the Four of Wands, which usually, when it's upright, it identifies or indicates some sort of celebration that is coming your way. It could be, you know, harmony. It's to do with your home. You know, it's to do with, you know, progress being made on some activity that you're undertaking. So in reverse, there could be some sort of issue within your home life this week. It could be that there is a need for you to look at something within your home situation this week that needs your attention. Then we have the Four of Cups, which to me, when I look at this card, I get the feeling of apathy, right? Apathy, you know, being fed up, you know, a little bit of depression maybe, you know, just no enthusiasm for what's going on or around you. You know, and this is because, you know, you have 3 empty cups, but the deal with this card is there is a rainbow behind you and another cup is being offered. So potentially you're not actually seeing all of the abundance and possibilities that are around you at this time, group number one. So there may be a need for you to turn around, literally in this card, and have a look at what is around you, supporting you, coming towards you at this time. Yes, you've lost some things. Yes, your cups are empty, but there is more goodness on its way to you. And I think this is bringing up some fear in your life, right? And I can well understand how this may be, how this might feel towards you, or feel for you, I should say, at this time. If you're, you know, you're in some sort of situation that is stressful, that is, or feels stressful, I should say, or that is in some way restricting you in some way. So that you can see by this cord, you know, she's got lots of ties holding her down. But actually, when you look clearly, you know, she's clearly protected inside this little egg here in the card, right? And all of these worries and concerns and, you know, messages that feel heavy within you, you're actually protected from them. So I would suggest that this fear is one of your own making. Then the next card that we have is Clean House, right? 37. And for me, this is not, it can, you know, mean physically cleaning your house, right? But for me, it means more of clearing out those old energies, clearing out those old thoughts and beliefs that we have around certain situations in our life, which are holding us back. There is, and when you clear out that energy and new energy comes in and livens up your space, whether that be your physical space, your mental space, your spiritual space, or your heart space, that you will feel much better for having done so. Now, this can be, you know, in the way of meditation. It could mean getting out, exercising, moving your body, physically shifting that energy. It could mean physically cleaning your space, cleaning your area, making sure that, you know, you can get the energies, you know, moving within your abode or where you work, possibly even as well. So I think there's a need for some shift in energies. I'm feeling that quite strongly, group number ones. Then we have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords, for me is about having to make a choice. And I think this is, so this card for me, as you know, those that have watched my readings before, this card can either be energies that you have inhabited in the recent past, or energies that you are moving towards or need to move towards, right? And this, the Two of Swords, is a decision that needs to be made. And I think this is where I feel strongly that you're moving towards number ones. I think that there is a decision you need to make for yourself, for the benefit of yourself, for the benefit of your health, for the benefit of your spirit, for the benefit of your mind, for the benefit of your heart. There is a decision that needs to be made, and I'm feeling really strongly that this situation that you're in is an emotional situation. I think it's your feelings and your emotions which are weighing you down at this time. I don't think that the fears that you have are as bad as what you believe them to be at this point in time. So I think that the advice would be for you to have a look within, you know, really start to work through what those fears are that you have at this time, and work out whether they are based in reality or not. Right? And for some of you, because we're all on a different spectrum of experiences and situations that we find ourselves in, for some of you, you know, the fears that you are feeling, will be more real or false, depending on where you are and what it is you're experiencing. But I think the advice of the cards this week is that you need to dig down deep. You need to do the work to, you know, understand what is at play with you and these fears that you're embodying this week or you're experiencing this week. Then we have number 14, which is Strafe Blackthorn. Sorry, I'm just knocking everything everywhere. I'll read from the Celtic Oracle for this particular. Now, it is upright and it is a chieftain card. So the message from this card is one that is equivalent to a major arcana. So it's significant. And the key words for this is, I should say, protection, boundaries, fate, strife, negation, outside influences, disruption, learning from challenges, drawing on spiritual strength, new direction or opportunity, renewal. When you get Blackthorn in a reading, you are in need of protection. Energetically, the spike-like thorns of this tree can help. Especially when you visualize a blackthorn thicket springing up around you to shield you. This tree can help to set clear, strong boundaries about what and whom you will let in and what and whom you will not. Although you may not have a choice about what is happening in your life, you do have a choice about how you relate to any challenges. Drawing this tree can remind you to choose the equanimity that will help you move through these difficult times. You are in the process of growing your character. If you are never challenged, you are unlikely to grow. For this reason, you can look at opposition and adversarial forces like allies. Difficulties are teachers, and negative situations bring lessons to learn. When one door closes, another door opens. When you get Blackthorn in a reading, you are being told that it is time for some heavy-duty changes. In order to grow, you are asked to let go of people, situations, as well as self-defeating beliefs and attitudes. You might not be able to change others or the situation you are in, but you can change yourself. It is time to let go of the need for revenge or lashing out or destructive behavior towards yourself or others. Let go of animosity, judgment, and resentment. Let go of habits that are not working for you. As you ask your guides for support and spiritual strength, they are there for you and will answer your need. They cannot help you without your invitation, though, as they would never interfere with your free will. And I think this card fits in beautifully with the cards that are on the table, right? That energy of, you know, angst, of aggravation, of, you know, fear, worry, concern, anxiety, angst. You know, they're bubbling around you at this time. And I think the message here for you in the cards this week is for you to really take the time to be still, or move your body, right? Whatever works for you, in releasing that tension, in releasing that anxiety, in releasing that worry. Find what works for you and spend time doing that this week so that you can release those energies and start to free up that space within you where more gentler, more nurturing, more beneficial type energies can come in. So have a good clean out, maybe, of yourself and your environment. Understand the fears that are at play for you this week and determine the relevancy of those fears. Are they true and accurate? Or is your mind and your emotions, you know, blowing those fears up out of proportion for what is actually at play for you? You know, I think going in, spending some time in quiet, maybe journaling, meditating, whatever works for you, and spend some time really looking at the situation and getting clarity on what is going on for you all this week. I think this is a bit of a week where we all have them, right? We all have those weeks where we struggle. We all have those weeks where we're not at our, you know, firing at our best, right? We're not in our full power. And this is one of the weeks, for number ones, that I'm feeling for you, that you're not yet in your full power. And your journey this week is one where you need to make the choice to work with the emotions, with the energies that you have playing with you this week, or you know, working around you this week, and working your way through those into a more clearer, hopeful and heart-filled place. Then we have your heart and soul card. Something you love may be coming to an end, and it's only natural for you to be saddened. However, this ending also provides a new beginning. All unfolds for your highest good. Life is full of transformation and new beginnings. And with new beginnings comes a new chapter in the story that is you. So definitely some sort of journey that you're on this week. Now, I don't get the feeling for all of you that this ending is imminent. It's for some of you definitely, but not for all of you, right? I think there is a process that you're going through and needing to let go of certain situations, beliefs, understandings, thought processes, patterned behavior that you have around certain situations that, you know, you need to work through this week and determine whether or not you want to keep or let go of those energies. And only you will know what is right for you in the situation that you find yourself in at this time. From the Sea Melodies Oracle, we have opportunity. You will prove yourself and discover if you are brave, if you brave the rough seas. So there is an opportunity for you to grow. There is an opportunity for you to understand. There is an opportunity for you to, you know, shift these energies or work through these energies if you choose to do so this week, number ones. So the choice is with you. Now for the card, for the door that you chose this beautiful door. A moment's joy, sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of heart's will. And for me, this is talking about, you know, we can choose to focus on what we want to focus on, right? And I know in very difficult situations, it's very hard not to dwell in that place, right? Not to be totally immersed in that difficulty that you're experiencing, but you also have a choice to choose to look at what is actually working for you at this time, what is actually bringing bliss to your heart, bringing solace to your heart, what is nurturing you, what is good in your life. You know, there's that saying, you know, what you think about is what you get, or something like that. And I believe that's true. When you dwell on a certain situation or a certain energy or a certain thought pattern, you know, I do think that you then attract more of that energy into your life. So the choice is definitely with you. You can choose to focus on lighter energies this week, or lighter thoughts. You know, choose to look at what's coming in rather than what you've lost. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be easy, number ones, not at all, but it is something that you have to have a think about this week and work out what is the truth for you, what is the experience you wish to achieve, what is it that you wish to experience at this time this week, in the energies that you have at play with you. Then we have the root chakra. Now, when this is in balance, you feel good, you feel vital, you feel alive, you feel very grounded, you feel comfortable in your body, you feel safe and secure, you're able to relax and be still, you feel stable. It's a very grounded feeling when your root chakra is in balance. If it's underactive, you may feel a disconnection to your body. You may be unable to gain weight. You may be fearful, anxious, or restless. You may have poor focus and discipline, and you may find that your boundaries need work doing on them. They're not strong enough, or you may be feeling scattered and disorganized. When this is over active, you could be unable to lose weight. You could be emotionally eating, like, you know, to dull down those feelings and emotions that you have. You could be hoarding things. You could be overly materialistic. You could feel greedy, sluggish, or lazy. And you could fear change. So only you will know how this is resonating for you this week, whether your chakra, your root chakra is imbalance or over or underactive. As I always suggest, there are meditations that you can do on YouTube, which can help bring them back into balance. Also, there is the you can visit a Reiki, get some Reiki or some energy healing of some sort. The choice is yours. Now, the charms that were pulled for you this week, one, you've got the Tree of Life and you've got the Wolf. So the Tree of Life to me talks about, the first thing that I think about when I think about the Tree of Life is ancestors. And this, what you're going through and how you're reacting to the situation that is at play for you this week, potentially could be an ancestral behavior that is that has been passed down to you through your DNA line. And you know, or it could also indicate that you also have the assistance of your ancestors at this time. Either way, right? So if it is something that's been passed down through your DNA, through your ancestral line, then your ancestors will also be there to help you move through this, right? So once we finish on the earth plane and we go into the spirit realm, then I believe that the beings that do that then have the ability to truly understand their behavior, what was holding them back, what they should have been doing in that situation, right? So they now have the knowledge to help you move through this. If this is some sort of patterned ancestral DNA type behavior that you were repeating over and over and over again. Otherwise, call on your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels to help you as you navigate through these potentially difficult emotions or energies that are surrounding you this week. Then we have the wolf. Now, the wolf to me is all about two things. One is, the first thing I think of is howling. So that is using your voice, right? Speaking your truth. Making the sounds that you need to make to release the energies that are being kept within you. The second thing that I get from a wolf is the wolf pack, and the wolf pack is their family. It's their support. They're there to help support and nurture each other. They have that strong bond, and again, that's talking to me about there is support around you, whether this is in your physical family, your friend family, your spirit family. There is help around you at this time should you wish to call on it. Look, I think you've got a week ahead where there are some difficult energies that you need to move through, group number ones. But I do think that you have the opportunity here to successfully navigate them. I think it comes down to the need to make the choice to do so. And the choice is yours. Only you can make that. I do hope that you call on the support that is around you this week should you need to do so. You don't have to do this alone. You never have to do anything alone. There is always support for you, whether that be in the physical or in the spiritual realm. But you do need to ask if you need assistance. Anyway, I'll leave this as it is, and I wish you love, light and joy. I wish you strength. I wish you compassion and gentleness as you navigate this week, group number ones. And I shall see you at the next reading. Bye. Okay, group number twos, for those of you that chose this particular door or this particular charm, I shall pop these to one side. Oh, I was going to say we've lost a charm, but there it is. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. Oops. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have Realization, which is waxing crescent 1, number 3. We have Magic Prayer, number 32. We have the Six of Wands. And we have Coad Grove, number 21. Okay, group number twos, what is going on with you this week? So first of all, we've got the Three of Cups. Now, when the Three of Cups is upright, it talks about having the support of family, friends, like-minded people, community around you. When I see this in reverse, it's telling me that there is some sort of lack in that area of your life. Now, that could be that, you are currently struggling through a situation on your own, or that for whatever reason, the support that you would normally have around you does not feel like it is available to you at this time. And I think that with the Ten of Wands, you've been on a long journey, right? Maybe you're tired, fed up, don't really want to continue going. But the Ten of Wands tells us that those burdens are yours to carry, but You don't have to carry them alone. You don't have to carry them all at one time. You have the choice to let these burdens go, place them down as you've learned the lesson from whatever it is that they came along to give to you, or you could enlist assistance, as this young lady's done. She's got the assistance of her trusty bull. Don't think it's a bull, but whatever type of animal this is. She's enlisted the help to help her carry the burdens so that she's not overwhelmed in the situation that she finds herself in at this time. And that is the advice of the Ten of Wands, right? Is you don't have to carry those burdens alone. You don't have to, struggle through without the support of support around you, right? It could just mean that you have to ask for the support that you need at this time. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, right, which is really a very strong, powerfully centered, grounded energy, right? This is the Queen of Pentacles who's worked hard for what she's achieved, right? And she's now realizing the benefits of all the work that she's done. She's got financial wealth. She's got, or I should say, stability. She's abundant. You can see that she's got living things growing in and around her. She is totally at peace within her situation. And I think this is where you're striving to get to this week. And I think the crux of it is having the realization that you do not need to do this alone. I think for the majority of you, you've been struggling to try and resolve or work through something which has been difficult, which you also now have the ability to ask for assistance, and it will be provided to you at this time, leading you to, reshuffle those burdens or let go of some of those burdens and move more into this very grounded, very nurturing, very nurtured, very protected, very, earthy type energy. So there is some sort of realization that you're coming to this week that will help you very much in the situation that you find yourself in at this time. Then we have magic prayer. And for me, this is all about, asking the universe to deliver something to you through some sort of prayers, through some sort of affirmation, some sort of intention or manifestation that you're trying to bring into your reality at this time. And I think that, the choice that you have before you this week is, do I place my trust solely in myself, or do I ask for assistance from those that can provide it to me? And that can be someone in your physical realm, in your spiritual realm. It could be, the asking for the advice, the understanding, the knowledge that you need for you to be able to work this, right? And then we have the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands, this can indicate energies that you've been in the recent past, and energies that you're potentially moving to in the future. Now, for me, I feel this is energy that you're moving to in the near future, and that is one of becoming more confident in yourself and your abilities and the situation that you find yourself in as the week progresses, right? The only bit of warning that I would have around this is, see this little person here who is hiding behind the organ or piano, whatever that particular instrument is. There could be somebody there that is affecting you directly. So for some of you, I think that this situation is in relation to another person, and that other person is affecting you in some way, and I get the feeling that is in potentially a negative sort of way, right? Not necessarily a positive way where they're supporting you. For some reason, I'm getting the feeling that for some of you, just as a warning for some, that there is someone at play in your life that does not want to support you in the way that you need to be supported at this time. Then we have number 21, which is Coed Grove. Now, originally with the Ogham, there was 20 Ogham, so Oghams are trees, and they also represent an alphabet that was used by the Celtic people back in the day. So this is 21. So at some point in the recent past, they've added 5 more, 21 to 25. And this is adding in some extra sounds that weren't there before. And so 21 is one of those. Now the key, it's upright, so I'll read you the keywords. The keywords are all knowledge, silence, meditation, prayer, initiation, great spirit, source, the mystery, the temple, sacred places, unity, oneness, community, tree teachings, divinity, recommitment to spirit, to a spiritual path, communication with ancestors, connection with spirit, unity consciousness, universal intelligence, totems, guides, deities on the spiritual plane, loved ones and animals who have passed over. So before we move on, what I was saying before about asking for assistance, I'm getting the feeling for a lot of you that this assistance is it can be from the physical realm, but I'm getting the feeling that for some of you, this is definitely related to those in the spiritual realm. And this week is all about you finding your pathway to them, right? And this also, I guess, when we look at this card in that light, it could be that there is someone unseen to you, right? Someone from the spiritual world that is there waiting to support you. That is another message for that particular card that is coming through for some, not for all. So when you receive the Grove in a reading, you are asked to reconnect to what is spiritually meaningful to you and to give your gratitude. This is the time to consider the sacred and connect with spirit source. Take time to sit in silence and review your year. Listen for messages from the ancestors. Meditate, contemplate death. The Celts readily made space for the dead and believed that they sent healing, guidance, and support for the living. What messages are they sending you? Remember that these beings are your support team and that you are loved and cherished. Perhaps your relatives were limited within their personalities while they were alive, and your history with them is not that positive. In spirit, however, they are open to a greater sense of wisdom and love to share with you. The Grove represents your community. Spend time with like-minded others in ritual and ceremony. Reconnect with your source together in celebration and with gratitude. Do you have a place that is sacred to you? Do you have a spiritual group or temple, grove, center, or church that is meaningful to you? Do you have a spiritual practice that supports you? What spiritual lineages have relevance for you? It is time to seek answers to these questions. If you have no answers, it is time to include the spiritual within your life. Explore what has true meaning for you. It is time to develop a spiritual practice. And another message in reading that came through with the Three of Cups for me, obviously, is that there is a need for you to connect with your like-minded people, right? That could be also a very strong message for some that is, you need to reconnect with those like-minded people at this time so that you can then have that support, that nurturing, that compassion and kindness around you that you need as you navigate through what these energies that you have in front of you or around you this week. Then we have this soul, heart and soul oracle card for you. I love the artwork on this one. You are an ocean of light unfolding through the infinite space of life. Through the space between each thought, you can see your true immortal nature. The oneness of spirit is that dreamt itself into the many is part of you. Like a whirlwind from heaven, it appears and reappears in endless forms. And I think that's beautiful, advice, that spirit, that spark of life, that light that is within you is you, right? And it appears in you in many forms. It appears in others in many forms, right? So something to think about there with that particular card. Then we have the Sea Melodies Oracle, and it is dance. Take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. So this, I get two meanings from this particular card at this time. I get one that is dance, so that's physically moving your body, releasing the energy that is you're feeling that is burdensome to you at this time. A way to release that energy, move it, shift it, is to dance, to move your body in some way. Another one is that this is the dance of life, right? The ups, the downs, the turns, the stepping forwards, the moving backwards, the going round in circles. It's all part of life. We all go through these cycles. We all go through these emotions. We all go through these situations. We find times when we're very energetic, uplifted, optimistic, and then there are other times when we're more subdued. We've got heavier energies to work through and work with, and none of them are either good or bad, right? They are just what they are. And I think this week there is a need for you to ask for or connect with the support that you need for you. Something is burdening you at this time. Something, you're very, I get the feeling that I'm getting is extreme tiredness, exhaustion, worn out, fed up, no energy. That's the type of feeling that I'm getting when I'm seeing this card. And I don't always get that feeling with this particular card, but I am today. And I think what you need to work through and try and attain is this Queen of Pentacles energy, one where you're grounded, you're centered, you feel supported and nurtured by the earth, by the environment, by those that surround you, your environment, your situation that you find yourself in, right? And this is work that you need to do yourself. Now, you can ask for help. I do believe that there is help there for those. So there was a few that maybe there is another person that is affecting you in a negative way this week. That came through strongly for some. But I think this week is one where you're going to realize and step into the more spiritual side of yourself. I feel that strongly for the majority. Now, the Divine Doors message that you got with this card is Three-Eyed Raven. It's as sunrise hits upon the dew, a message raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. So for me, that tells me that there is some unexpected news, information, assistance, some sort of unexpected situation that is coming your way this week. Now, it could be a challenge or it could be supportive. It will be different for everybody, given that we're all on different journeys. Then we have the crown chakra. Now, the crown chakra, if it's in balance, you're able to perceive, analyze, and assimilate information. You are intelligent, thoughtful, and aware. You are open-minded. You feel spiritually connected, and you have a broad understanding of things, or feel like you do, right? When it's underactive, you may be questioning spirituality. You may be finding it difficult to take in new information or to learn at this particular time. Your mind might be feeling a little bit scattered and, unclear. You may find yourself having or holding rigid belief systems, and you may have excesses in your lower chakras, and however that plays out for you. If it's overactive, though, you may be intellectualizing. Sorry, I couldn't get that word out then, it just got stuck. You may feel like you're addicted to spirituality, not dealing with your spiritual side in a well and balanced way. You may be feeling confused. You may also be feeling disassociated with your body, so some form of disconnection there, feeling with your body. As I always say, only you will know how this is playing out in your life, whether it is under, overactive, or imbalance. If it's under or overactive, you can look up some meditations on YouTube, and they will help bring things back into balance for you, or into flow, into alignment, I should say. And if you wish, you can also consider Reiki or some form of energy healing. Now, the charms that you actually got you got a bit of crystal, which I'll just show you. You got an elephant, and you got the seahorse. So this, for me, represents healing, right? There is healing available to you at this time. Then we have the elephant, right, which to me is all about family. It's all about loyalty. It's all about, being gentle with yourself and with others, but also standing up for yourself and others when you need to do so, right? The elephant is quite gentle in its nature, but when it has to and when it needs to, it stands up for what it wants to protect in its life, right? So that's a very strong message that I'm getting there with the elephant. Then we have the seahorse. Now, the seahorse to me is all about standing in your own power, right? And the seahorse to me is also masculine yin and yang energy, sorry. Now, the seahorse to me is, masculine energy. It is also one where it's calling for you to stand in your own strength, right? The seahorse is extremely powerful for its size in what it does, right? And it also is the masculine energy that is around it. So the seahorse, it's the male of the species that actually carries the eggs around in its little pouch and actually then births into their watery world. So I think there is time, this is calling for some masculine type action-based energy, which you might have to call on this week or perform. And I think this is in line with the Six of Wands here, right? To me, this is the doing, right? This is the physically doing. It is the practicing. It is the completing the actions, the tasks, the activities that you need to complete for you to be able to navigate this particular energies that you find yourself in this week. But I think overall, group number twos, I think it's quite a positive reading, right? There is some sort of assistance that is needed for you or by you. It could also be that you need to provide assistance to somebody this week as well, obviously. But I think that as you work through the situation that's at play for you this week, you're going to end up in a much more grounded, centered, nurturing type energies than you are at the beginning of the week. So a really lovely reading, I think, group number 2s. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I wish you love, light. Be compassionate with yourself. Be gentle with yourself as you move through these energies. And I will see you at the next reading. Bye. And we have group number 3s. So I'll just pop these off to one side. This is for those who chose this particular door or this particular crystal. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Devil. We have Extreme Hot Moon number 34. We have Strength. We have the 2 of Wands. And we have Uliand Honeysuckle number 23. Okay, group number 3s, what is going on for you? So the first card that we have is the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles to me is about giving or receiving assistance. It's about giving or receiving something to somebody else, right? It's getting help from somebody, possibly an unexpected source is something that's coming through to me for some of you, but it is the ability for you to give to or receive from somebody else. Now, the 7 of Wands in reverse. So the 7 of Wands, when it's upright for me, is all about, protection. Or it could be protecting, it could be not conflict, but competition maybe. It could be, the need to persevere at this particular point in time. Now, it is in reverse for this particular reading. So there is a situation where you probably needed to persevere through, and I think you're doing that quite easily this week, right? I feel quite energetic, the energy that I'm feeling at this particular point for this group. I'm feeling that the energy is there, it's building, it's helping you push through what might have been holding you back in the recent past. And this is because you're letting something go, something that has been restricting you in some way in your recent past is now being released. You're able to let it go. You're able to move away from whatever energies this was, whatever the situation was. You're able to release that, unbind yourself from that particular situation, activity, task, group, person, however that's resonating for you. And that will resonate very differently for everybody. This is a general reading, and we're all on different journeys, different paths, different experiences, different situations. Now, I think in the past, this is the feeling that I'm getting with this particular card, is that in the recent past, you have had some quite hot type emotions, so heated emotions. And this could be with somebody, it could be with more than one person, but I feel that those energies, that heated passion, that angst, or that argumentative side of you, or that side of you that is fired up and sort of being, and I feel it's quite defensive in nature. You may have felt threatened or being attacked in some way, and this is, you've taken the heated approach in the past to resolve that situation. I think what you're finding this week is that a more passive, a more placid, a more cooler approach will serve you much better than, you know, reacting aggressively or over assertively to a situation that may present itself this week. And this requires you to stand in your own strength, right? This is what I'm getting from the Strength card. And I think you're well and truly up to the task, group number 3. I really do. You know, I feel that you have the ability, you have the understanding for you to be able to truly stand in your own strength at this time. And if you compare this heated energies, the coloring, to this, I feel that this is a much more cooler, considered energy and strength that you're standing in this week compared to where you might have been in the recent past. Then we have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is about progress. It's about understanding. It's about, you know, fanning the flames of what it is you're trying to manifest or work with this week. And what I get from this card when I look at this is that there are different ways to manipulate that fire within you, right? And neither are right or wrong, right? It's just what's right for you at the time that you need to use it. And it may be it may be different for you in different situations as to how you might react and use the fire energy that's available to you. One, you know, she's got hers down on the floor and she's sort of, you know, dealing with it in a more remote way, whereas this particular lady or girl on this side is, you know, she's holding that fire directly within her hands. Neither right nor wrong, it just is the way that it is for you at the time that you choose to use it. So I think that it's important this week that you use your own intuition, your own understanding, your own thoughts and feelings to guide you through this week and the situations that will come into play. But I do feel that there is very much a cooler aspect to your energies this week. You know, that fiery type, aggressive energy that you may have inhabited recently is starting to ease and to sort of be let go of, to dissipate. Then we have number 23, which is Uliand or honeysuckle. Now, I'll be reading from the Celtic Tree Oracle Guidebook. Now, this... so when the Ogham were first created, there was 20 trees, and each tree represented an alphabet letter. At some time in the recent past, they added 5 more for some sounds or letters that weren't catered for, and this is one of those. So it's not part of the original. And it is 23. The key words, and it is upright. The key words are seeking, hidden secrets, the lantern that lights the path, the need to protect something important, soul, discovery, bringing light to darkness, hidden treasure, illumination, clarity, restoration, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So Uliand honeysuckle in a reading has to do with the search for inner knowledge. This flowering vine helps us discern false from true and choose that which is worthwhile. This woodbine is an ally. It provides protection and reminds you to stay true to yourself. Although you may find many distractions as you travel your path, this vine symbolizes a focused journey into self and the soul. It signifies your spiritual journey and encourages you to keep learning, expressing your true nature and evolving. Honeysuckle may also come to let you know it is time to shine the light for others so that they too can look into the mysteries and discover the treasures of their inner lives. By offering encouragement and insight, you may bring light to others' darkness and empower them to embark on their own inner journey. Discovery is emphasized. Be willing to learn about and explore your own inner world. See yourself as an archaeologist investigating the layers of your own inner world. There is much hidden treasure to find there. Although you may dig up hidden things that disturb you, you'll also bring light into the dark hidden places, and light brings healing. You also reconnect with your own gifts and talents and empower your own expression. Remember that it is your environment that affects the DNA. Light and love encourage the healthy patterns within your genes to be activated. Learn to apply positive thoughts, feelings, and actions to an old habit of negativity. Become responsible for creating an environment of joy and health. So there we go, number 3s. Now, I do just want to mention that all of the, some weeks when I do these readings, the piles are very, very different. Each has its own story to tell. But this week, and it's happened 1 or 2 times in the past as well, I think that energies are very close to each other this week. So, you know, the energies that were in group 1 and group 2 are not that dissimilar to the energies that you're experiencing this week. You know, I feel that for, and I don't know about group 4 because I haven't got there yet, but the energies that I'm feeling so far require us as a collective, I would say, to really dig down into some of those dark places where we don't go very often and bring that light of love and healing into those areas. That is the feeling that I'm getting from what I've read so far today. Anyway, some very sound advice there from the honeysuckle. Then we have your heart and soul oracle, if I can pick it up. There we go. Lovely artwork. Look at that. Close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angel wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well. There is no need for concern. And I do get that feeling with this group, right? I do get the feeling that, you know, this choice of how you deal with the situations around you is important. It's important for you to choose authentically for you. Yes, by all means, ask for and receive, you know, advice and input from others, but the choice, that when you're ready to make the choice, when you're ready to do what it is you need to do, I think it's important that you choose what's right for you. Don't do something because somebody else expects you to do it, is what's coming through really clearly there for me. By all means, ask for and receive their help and support, right? This is what this is about. But that doesn't also give them the right to then tell you what the outcome is or the path that you need to take, right? Giving help and support does not mean dictating what it is you should be doing to somebody else. Then the Sea Melodies Oracle, we have communicate. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. And I think this is important, right? I think that the energies that I'm feeling that you're moving out from, that you've been in the recent past, has had some communication issues associated with it. And what I'm feeling is with this particular card is that it's really important for you to center yourself in those more grounded and truthful, honest type energies within you and communicate from your heart, right? In a calm and peaceful manner, which I think you're doing, right? And it takes strength to do that. And I really do think that you're stepping into your strength this week. I think that whatever's been binding you or holding you back or creating some sort of havoc for you in the more recent past, that is easing and that tension is leaving your environment at this time. Now, your Divine Doors advice, the art of life. There is no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin and let your love dance in sight. And for me, this is talking about this, right? It's talking about trusting your own intuition, doing what you feel's right, what's right for you, what you feel internally within you, trusting that and acting accordingly. That's what I'm getting from that. Now we have the orange chakra, or orange crystal, I should say. I don't know what this crystal actually is, but it represents the sacral chakra. Now, this could, when it's in balance, you may move and feel graceful. You may be more emotionally intelligent and able to experience pleasure this week. You may feel nurturing to yourself and others. You may be handling change well at this particular time, and you may have and feel like you have healthy boundaries set for yourself at this time. If it's underbalanced, you may find that your social skills are suffering this week, or at this time, I should say. You may be denying yourself pleasure for whatever reason. You may be fearful of change, or you may lack desire, passion, and excitement. You may be feeling quite apathetic. You may be feeling a bit down and a bit blah. When it's overactive, you may be ruled by your emotions. You may be manipulating people with your emotions as well, or emotionally. You may be feeling oversensitive and a bit tender at this time if it's overactive. You may be or feel emotionally dependent or codependent on someone or something in your life. And as I always say, only you will know how this is manifesting for you this week, whether it is imbalance or feeling under or over. And as I always say, if you feel it's under or overactive, then there are many meditations on YouTube which you can use to help bring that back into alignment, back into flow, or you can visit somebody and get some Reiki or some form of energy healing done. Now, interestingly enough, the two charms that you got were both keys, which tells me very, very, very strongly that you have the key to what you need within you at this time. What you need to progress through these energies, through this situation, through this relationship, through this job, however this is manifesting for you at this time, you have the keys within you. You have the knowledge, you have the resources, you have the ability. Everything you need, you already have. You just need to trust yourself to be able to take the next steps that you need to take in the journey for you this week. Now, that is all I have for you, group number 3s. Please be gentle with yourself. Please be compassionate with yourself. Please be loving with yourself as you navigate these energies this week. But I do feel that for you, group number 3s, you are definitely moving to a more grounded, more centered, more strengthened position this week than you have felt possibly in the past few weeks or months. Anyway, that's all I have for you in love and light. I shall see you on the next reading. Bye. Okay, group number 4s. Just pop for those of you that chose either this particular door or this particular crystal. I shall do your reading for you in just one momento. Pop those to one side. What's going on for our lovely group number 4s? Let's see. We have the Tower in reverse. We have the World. We have the King of Pentacles. We have Purity, which is in reverse, number 30, and it is the Snow Moon. We have Spark, number 34. We have the Hierophant, number 5. And we have Sail or Willow, which is my favourite tree in the whole wide world, number 4. Now, before I start, I already am feeling the first 3 piles that I've read so far today had very similar energies. Now, however, yours feels completely different. It feels very as different as it possibly can be. So I'm just going to take a sip of water. because I've been talking for a while now. So first of all, we have the Tower, and it's in reverse. So this has already occurred. Whatever this Tower moment was for you, and I do know in the past when I first came in contact with tarot, I was terrified of the Tower. But I have learnt over the years that the Tower moments are not always catastrophic, right? The Tower moments are those moments which shift us in some way, in some important way, right? So for me, not all Tower, you may not even realize you've had a Tower moment, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. That's something fundamentally has changed for you in the recent past. That's what I'm getting from the Tower card for this particular reading. Then we have the World. So this is a successful completion. It is an ending. It is also the beginning, or just before the beginning of something new, a brand new phase in your life, a very light-filled, very strong, sun-centered type energy, right? It's very bright, it's very abundant, it's very joyous and happy and light-filled. So this Tower moment that you've had in the recent past is leading you to this particular new energy, new cycle. And I think what this cycle is, and I'm getting this strongly, that this is possibly related to your material life, right? So when we get the King of Pentacles, there's a couple of things about the King of Pentacles. Is one, he's the slowest knight, Knight of Pentacles, not King. He is the slowest knight out of all four. He takes a long time to achieve what he is going to achieve, but he's also the most stable of all the knights in the deck, right? Now, in this particular card, he's sowing the seeds for his future. He's walking confidently into whatever the situation is that he's walking into. He's not even riding his horse. They're walking along this path together in equality, in union, in spiritual peacefulness. So I feel that whatever this Tower moment is, whatever this phase is that is ending for you, right, successfully ending for you at this time, it's leading you to material stability in some way. I feel that very strongly. Then we have Purity and Snow Moon. And for me, this card for me, when it's upright, is that you're seeing the unseen, right? You're seeing by the light of the moon. You're seeing what is not yet fully evident, right? But this is asking you to see those what is not yet revealed to you, right? It's trusting in the situation and the experiences that you're having now, trusting that they are leading you to where you need to go to. And I personally probably need this message as well, right? So I find it hard to trust in the situations that I'm going through, especially when they are more difficult situations, right? But this is asking you and advising you that, having this trust, this pure trust of knowing that you are being held and supported by the universe as you travel the journey that you are traveling at this time. And this is leading to some sort of spark, to me, I always feel like this particular card is the Ace of Hearts, right? It's that spark of emotion, that spark of energy, that spark of inner knowing, that spark of trusting that comes with that sort of energy. And I think that this new beginning, this new beginning that's coming for you is going to spark that inner trust, that emotional healing that you need at this time. Now, you could be, so this card, it can either be energies that you've inhabited in the recent past, or energies you're moving to, or advice. For me, I'm getting just advice at this time. This is something that is important, and it is a life learning for you. This is one of your life lessons that you need to work through, take on board, and, you know, progress through. It's one of those things that you determined for yourself before you reincarnated in this particular reality that you wanted to take on board. And I think for me, that's very much the message that I'm getting from the Hierophant today. Now we have number 4, Sail or Willow. And as I said, the willow is my most favoritist tree in the whole wide world. I'm going to read from the Celtic Tree Oracle. Okay. Let me read the keywords for you. It's upright. The feminine principle, cooperation, fertility, intuition, the moon, her cycles, water, emotion, creativity, and community. And that's another understanding that I get from this purity card, right? I get a very strong feeling of the moon at play, that which is not yet revealed, right? And that's usually what the moon card means, and that's what I'm getting from that snow moon purity card at this time. When you draw the willow, you can expect a meeting with the mysteries, the power of enchantment, magic, and the moon. You can expect to have psychic or intuitive encounters. Dreams and synchronicities are important. Pay attention to your intuition. Meditation and contemplation time are important. Make some personal time for quiet reflection. Ask yourself where you are in the cycle of things. If you are wondering about a creative endeavor, you can expect a visitation from the muse. You may also feel moodier than usual. If this is an emotional time, remember that it is okay to cry. Tears are healing. They release pent-up feelings. Allow even negative feelings to arise. Express them and let them go, as they will have no power over you unless you ignore them or stifle them. Willow has everything to do with feminine energy. This card may come up when you're going through issues that have to do with sexuality, fertility, reproduction, birthing, or mothering. You may need the physical support of friends, family, and your community as you move through the issues in your life. Be willing to ask for help. If you are going through grief or loss associated with these themes, Willow offers you healing. Willow encourages you to do something creative. Draw, sing, dance, or write a poem. Leave the critical part of your thinking aside and just allow the expression. Enjoy it. She asks you to partake in your community too, to be receptive, to participate in a cooperative endeavour. Also, women are important to your process now. Don't forget to support your own feminine side as well. So very good advice there from Willow. And I think that I'm getting the feeling that those more feminine, those more nurturing, and this is what I get from this card too. It's very feminine energy, which I'm picking up with this particular card, which is being, you know, sort of mentioned by the willow tree. That nurturing, that feminine type energy is what's going to help you most during this time as you start to release what is ending and move forward into this more grounded, more stable type environment that is coming your way. Then your Heart and Soul Oracle card. Every relationship goes through changes, but this does not mean that love has gone. Let this be a time of reflection. Some adjustments may be needed. Perhaps a new purpose needs to be discovered. It may feel cold and lonely, but beneath the surface, the earth is warming to the promise of spring. In the meanwhile, express how you feel gently, lovingly, and honestly. Let yourself be vulnerable and hold each other tight. And again, if you're feeling, and this is very similar to the messages that came through for the other groups today, in that there was this consistent message that came through for the other groups was to ask for and be open to the support that you need to help you through this time. So in that sense, this particular advice is very similar to groups 1, 2, and 3. The support is there around you. Be open to it and ask for assistance. Your Sea Melodies Oracle is guidance. Find safety in your beacon's light. So for me, this is trusting your own inner guidance system, right? This is trusting your own intuition, your own inner knowing, your own core of understanding and belief. It's important that you trust yourself at this time. Trust your decisions, your thoughts, your understandings. By all means, ask for support from others, ask for help, ask for advice, but always process that support and advice based on your internal knowing, not on their expectations. And that was another message that came through strongly for the other groups. Your Divine Doors message for this particular door is birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings for you. And that is absolutely supporting the cards that we have on the table at this time, right? It really is a new beginning for you, group number 4s. It feels really strong. It feels really grounded. It feels really nurturing. I do get that feeling very strongly. They're the energies that are in this particular reading as one of strength, groundedness, light, hopefulness, enthusiasm, and I think, as I said, this is a learning experience, a life lesson that you've been through recently, which you undertook to take on before you reincarnated. So I feel that quite strongly for the majority. Then we have this particular quartz, and this is your throat chakra crystal. So when your throat chakra is in balance, you are a good listener. You communicate clearly, you live creatively, your voice resonates, and it has a good sense of rhythm and time. You're speaking clearly, you're speaking easily, you're verbalizing your thoughts and emotions clearly and understandingly. When it's underbalanced, though, you may feel like you're afraid to speak. You may have difficulty in expressing your emotions into words and feelings into words. You may feel shy. Your voice may feel weak and lacks that rhythm that you get when you're truly, centered in the power of your throat chakra. When it's overbalanced, or overactive, I should say, you may talk too much. You may be the dominating voice in the conversation. You may be feeling quite defensively or speaking in a way that is defensive in nature. You may be unable to listen. You may be participating or be the victim of gossip. Oh, sorry, drop that. Frighten the daylights out of myself as well as you. You may interrupt conversations, and you may be overly talkative, right? And scattered in what you're saying. You're randomly saying stuff, right? Just for the sake of sort of saying it, because you feel the need to fill that gap, right? And only you will know how this is resonating for you in your life this week. And as I always say, if you feel it's under or overactive, there are YouTube meditations that you can do to bring it back into alignment, back into flow, back into balance, or you can have some Reiki or some sort of energy healing to help with that as well. Now, the charms that you have received this week are the mask and the star wand, right? So first of all, the star wand, for me, this is all like the fairy godmother, right? It's wishes coming true. Something that you've wished for is coming true for you now or in the near future. A wish is being granted. Then we have the mask, and the mask for me is all about, possibly hiding your true identity. And this is not a criticism. We all do this, right? We all put on masks that we wear in different situations so that we can integrate ourselves more easily into the environment which we're going into, right? But when the mask comes up in the reading, with the charm, I should say, it's it's advising you that it's time for you to take off those masks and to understand your true self behind the mask, and if you can still put the mask on, right, but for you to understand that you're actually doing that and not doing it unconsciously. It's really asking you to delve down into the true you about how you feel, what you want, how you act, you know, what your dreams are, you know, how you want to portray yourself in the world. It may be time to remove one or more of those masks that you've been wearing up until this point in time. So I think a really lovely reading, group number 4's one where you're coming out of more difficult energies that you've been in the past, and you're definitely moving into a new phase, into a more grounded, nurturing and productive phase next for you all. And that is all I have. Be loving and compassionate with yourself. In love and light, I shall see you at the next reading. Bye.